Welcome to this Sunday's Gospel Reflection. Well, first of all, may I wish you all a very good and happy and really peaceful New Year. Well, I'm sure we all have had this experience. You meet a friend, you greet each other, and then your friend asks you how you are doing, spontaneously. You start talking about some challenge you are going through at the moment. I'm okay, but this week I've just had some quite bad news. The doctor told me that I need to undergo a risky medical treatment for this pain in my back. How do you think that 99% of your friends would reply? Their first reaction would surely be something like this. I'm sorry to hear. Me too. I have had such a horrible backache last year. You know what I did? And off he or she goes talking about their backache, how it felt, the number of doctors visited, all the medicines that person took, and how much it cost, inevitably. All the expert advice. In brief, you and your pain simply become invisible, non-existent. It becomes just an opportunity for your friend to talk about his or her own pain. Our first concern remains ourselves. How difficult it is to really see the other one for his or her own sake. How difficult it is indeed not to be absorbed first and foremost by our own challenges, pains, and problems. How hard it is to forget about ourselves and see someone else for his or her own sake. You might be asking what this has to do with the story of the three kings, Epiphany. Well, actually, Epiphany is not the story of three kings. It is the story of four kings. The three wise kings coming from foreign lands, and the fourth king, King Herod, the king of Judea. Just like those friends who meet at the grocer's, the three kings were looking for someone whom they had never met. They somehow knew that a baby king had just been born. But that was enough for them to take off on a blind journey to seek him. They left their home in search of someone whom they knew nothing about. It was just a feeling that this newborn child was indeed special and somehow brought a new meaning to life. And as truly wise kings, this is what they had been searching for all their lives. Herod, the fourth king, saw this newborn baby very differently. The wise king somehow saw and knew that this baby was the real answer to the big question of life's meaningfulness. The fourth king, Herod, saw this child as an unwelcome challenge to his power, money, and might. In his false sense of power, he could not afford to have his own little world challenged by any other king, even if this king was just a little baby born into a simple and poor family of humble workers. For Herod, the whole world had to be all about him and him alone. Is not this exactly the same temptation of that poor chap who wanted someone to listen about his back pain? The three kings from a faraway land recognized the king who was born to be the gift to all humanity and not to control and exploit humanity. In their naive simplicity, the kings sought the help of a self centered, power hungry, corrupt king who immediately recruited them to find who this newborn, competitor baby king could be. This is a genial story in the Bible. It reveals that the fundamental and deepest truth about life and its real meaning about Jesus. You see, we humans, we have two choices in our search for meaning and happiness in life. We can be like the three wise kings who are seeking an unknown, a poor, a helpless child to adore, to show them the way to a full and meaningful life. Life is life because it is a free gift which will never be yours until you freely give it. Herod is the symbol of pride and power for whom life meant riches, pleasure, and control. Power. Jesus was born to free our hearts, to free our minds, so that we too, like the three kings from the Orient, that is from the land of the rising sun, go in search of Jesus. We too, like the three kings, are on a constant journey to discover that source of joy and meaningfulness of our real and full life. Like the three wise kings, we will discover that life is real and full only when we do not just give gifts. Life is real when we ourselves become the gift to all whom we meet. And remember, any gift can only be true and meaningful if it is as precious as gold, as sweet and glorious as incense, and as bitter as myrrh. Today, let us celebrate the gift of life in the only really full and meaningful way, by becoming like and with Jesus, the gift for all those with whom we share our life's journey. Rather than being a self-seeking and corrupt king like Herod, let us be like the three kings and seek our way to Jesus by humbly becoming ourselves the precious gift for others. A good way to start is to be keener to listen to others than to have them listen to you. Isn't this a good New Year's resolution? That would be a really precious gift. God bless you and thank you.